I do not know if the mirror was being mischievous or malicious. Perhaps it knew that the curious intruder had a role to play in my project. I was putting the finishing touches on my latest creation. A world for things that have been forgotten. Satisfied with my progress, I put the magic brush down and retired to my chambers. Had I known what events would follow, I would have locked away everything. Paint, brush, and thinner. And rushed to see what had happened. But I was too late. The world I had created was ravaged, a wasteland. The mysterious intruder was gone. I did not learn his identity. Well, not for a very long time.
Well, Ivalish, I'm just setting up here again. This is, well, I'm just realizing just how loud the audio is. I may have to... Actually, no, it's fine. Anyway, long time no see. Another name I recognize. Yeah, just making sure that everything is good over here. Yeah, looks like the audio is good. This is the remake of Epic Mickey. I am very, very pleased with how this turned out. A small detail, but I really like how the textures actually morph somewhat, so that it looks like there's paint dripping off of them. Yeah, again, I'm just getting ready for now. All right, might as well. Let's see. I don't know if there's anything like new side quest wise here, but let's at least have a look around in Oztown. Oh right, Abner wanted us to thin out the gag factory. Actually, I might wait on that side quest until later because I want to keep the tints that I have. All right. Yeah. Oh, okay. So yeah, another race from Glinda. I'll be curious to see what has changed here. I'm assuming that because of the better movement options, that this will be tighter. It'll be more difficult. Especially now that we have a sprint. That's what I get for not paying attention. Oh, God, I didn't see it. Oh, there it is. Like, the better camera controls are almost a handicap. Because you have the instinct to go certain ways. Sadly, there is, just because of how the cutscene system works, we can no longer do the glitch. Yeah, it's great. It is excellent. I am very happy with how this has turned out. Mind you, I'm still pretty early in the game. Like, I only just beat Mickey Chuck Mountain, but Mickey Chuck Mountain by itself was such a home run. That double check. I think maybe Clarabelle has. Yeah. Oh, she's still there, baking her cake. Oh shit! Right, I forgot. You have to give Clarabelle the cake before you leave for Mickey Chunk. I ran into exactly the same thing in my Let's Play from a couple years ago. And of course, with Goofy, we can't help him until after Tomorrow City. Not doing Abner's yet. Want to save these tints. Alright, let's see. Do we get the option to skip? Yes, we do! Okay. Hey, Roy. Alright, actually, do you want to join? Join a Discord call? That might help. Well, skipping projectors. That is. Hold on a second. Let's see if Roy. At nothing else, it will. If nothing else, it will help with determining the audio balance. Hi.
Hello.
Wow, you're very quiet. Okay, hold on a second here. Let's see. Voice and video. Output. Crank that to 200%.
Woohoo!
Okay, you're still very quiet, so I am going to... Hold on a second. Lower the...
Hope that's not me. But it might be.
I think it's... I gotta lower the master volume on the game. And now just say something there.
Check. 1 2 1 2.
Yeah, okay, I think that works a bit better. If it turns out to not be good, then you know, I can keep an eye on chat. And if they start complaining that they can't hear you, that's fine. So the mechanic for this is new, because in the Japanese version, you would just select the projector itself, and it would give you an extra box. Like, you've already completed this, you want to skip it. I'm not going to skip it. Because
but now you talk to Gus.
Yeah, now you talk to Gus instead of going straight to the projector. Because I want to show off. The 2D levels are probably my favorite part of the remake so far. Oh, wow, they even kept how you go backwards through the level. Which is something that Epic Mickey 2's 2D projector levels were a bit too complex to do that. But as you can see, it is similar but expanded. Like, many of the same gimmicks are there, but it's longer. Like, this part wasn't here. There's now 2 film reels in every 2D level instead of 1, plus concept art.
And it's really beautiful.
That it is. And it's Unreal Engine 5, so if you have a computer from the last 2 years, it should run very well. this whole section. Actually, no. This section was in the original, but the vent that pops up here with the other film reel is different. Yeah, plenty of great, small but great changes.
Everything's super high resolution.
Yeah, and for the first time in the entire Epic Mickey series, Gus now has a 3D model that appears in gameplay.
Oh, Gus.
Which means you can thin him out.
Oh, yes!
I don't know whether it... Wait, what did I say? Oh, wow, the game audio is way too quiet, so I'm just going to bring that up a bit there. Yeah, if the game audio is too quiet, just let me know and I can change things. Now, does the old trick of him taunting you work? It's a different animation, but yes. They added more taunting animations. I love it.
Oh, the cats are screwing around back here.
Okay, well, I'll...
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
Hey, how do you get in there? More importantly, which USB device did you just unplug?
Uh-oh. Well, not the mic. Not the mic.
Not the mic. Clearly not the mic. Not the keyboard. Not the mouse.
Your audio quality just went down. Is that just because you're further away? Or is it maybe...
Yeah, it's probably because I'm further away.
Oh, okay.
Let me...
And yes, chicken nuggets I have. I'll show them off once Roy's done with the cats.
Chasing the kitties. Better or worse?
There's a lot of clipping.
Oh, okay. So
I don't know if...
let's get... Hold on, let me check something here. Well, I mean, there's no way that it's that. Voice video... Oh! Well...
It sounds almost like it's coming from a different source.
Yeah, wrong mic.
Okay.
Let me look here really quick.
Well, the paint thinner refills are still ridiculously overpriced, but balanced out somewhat by the fact that money is much easier to come by. Yeah, that's enough for more extra content. The wonders of live streaming never cease, huh? It's another thing that I'm... Because there have been some changes to the way that there are now, like, certain surfaces will now reward you with e-tickets when you climb onto them. So it's actually made me more tempted to climb around on buildings in Mean Street than I did in the original.
Now I might sound like a human being.
Yes, you do!
Hey!
We haven't picked up a unique pin yet, but now it works like Epic Mickey 2, where you can see the unique pins as they appear. It's not just a generic sprite. So let's go over to the cinema, because there is one big change. That, by the way, is a ground pound. That's one of Mickey's new moves. I really haven't seen much use for it, aside from completely negating fall damage.
This is a serious upgrade to Mean Street, too.
Yeah, it really is. Oh, this is new. This is new. Costumes. Hey, construction worker. It's one of the costumes from Epic Mickey 2. There are some others that are DLC. These three: Steamboat Willie, Brave Little Tailor, and the football. But I'm guessing that this, I did not know about this, that there are also ones you get from bringing in film reels. They do not have gameplay changes like the ones in 2 did, but they look pretty cool.
Nice.
Also, you could go into the cinema now. And this is how you replay all the projector levels.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's one for each main projector level. Although I don't know if... Oh, right, it's per area. So one based on each cartoon. So this is all these are all the 2D ones. Like, for example, I skipped Clock Cleaners Part 2, for example. I only got one of them. I don't know if it shows if you grabbed any concept art, but might as well do this one.
So when you play the ones you missed, it'll let you get the pickups again.
Yeah, it's kind of a compromise from how it worked in Epic Mickey 2, where in that game there was a fast travel system, which, well, actually no, there were multiple fast travel systems that occasionally contradicted or made others redundant. That does not look like, I mean, it probably is a bottomless pit, but I was right. There are so many secret areas now in the 2D levels that it could be easy to forget that there actually are instant death areas now. Or, sorry, that they kept them from the original. Okay, I have to go further up there. In particular, Trolley Trouble is a great new one because, well, first of all, everything is on a slant now, along with, oh, this looks like, yeah, this is a secret area with concept art. I could feel a bit of, like, the DECs from Epic Mickey 2 as well in these designs.
Very pretty. It's
Yeah.
extremely pretty.
Yeah, well, that comes with the territory. That's something I'd expect to see from a remake like this. I am more pleasantly surprised with the level design changes. And that's a blue e-ticket in the corner there. That's a new e-ticket that's worth 25. The green e-ticket is now worth 10. That is the first film reel. I keep forgetting you can sprint as well in the 2D levels.
Ooh.
So long story short, you can't go back to the 3D action levels, but you can go back to the ones in 2D. Oh, there's a secret area in here now. This is completely new.
Cleaners Part 2. Hey!
Yeah. I'm so glad that you can at least come back to these. I mean, I've gotten most of everything already, just and nothing. I mean, for the film reels, they're almost never in the same place that they were in the original. Yep, I already got those power sparks.
So far, a very pretty director's cut.
You know, that's a good way to put it, actually. There's, like, in terms of the, oh, yeah, I completely forgot. Yeah, there's to the clock tower fight. You got this hallway that to, like, hype you up for the for the fight. And the clock fight has new attacks. At least one new attack that I saw.
Amazing.
Yeah, and I got a story achievement for repairing the Tomorrow City projector. I am very interested to see what the Tomorrow City area will look like. Wow, laying it on a bit thick, aren't you, Oswald? Oh. Yes, this is Plutopia! I love this one. Yeah, that's the new rule. Always check to the left. That was never the case in the original. It was always about moving forward and occasionally up and down. I mean, really, the 60 frames per second alone would be worth it.
And it's pretty consistent without slowdowns.
Yeah. Like, I mean, supposedly the Switch version doesn't run very well, but on PC, I've had no issues with it at 1080p, and I can run it at mostly max settings in 4K. Oh. Well, we got the bots. That's how you know your stream is popular, when you start getting the sex bots. Well, that's... Okay, this is all, like... Yeah, this is new. I mean, the basic ideas are the same, but it's still a... Like, that expanding staircase. Already, like, Alpine Climbers, I remember, has a new gimmick where certain slopes will force you to slide down. And that alone is a huge improvement to the flow of those levels. Are they comparable to like the Wii versions? Because those could go on for 10-15 seconds. Although in hindsight, it is kind of peculiar that, like, the initial reveal... Holy shit. The initial reveal of this game was at a Nintendo Direct, and they showed the Switch version. Which, I guess, at first, it made me think that it was going to be a Switch exclusive.
Mm-hmm. That would be really risky this close to the end of the Switch One's lifetime.
Yeah, we'll get to him in a minute. This is already much clearer. I don't know if you remember that the footage of this area in the Wii version was incredibly dark.
Yeah, and this is they've really lightened it up a bit. Like it's still imposing and moody, but it's not hard to see.
Yeah, like the Japanese version of the original did brighten it somewhat, but not to this extent. Yeah, and so far they have not done what I was afraid they would do, which was bring back some of the stuff from the old concept art. They resisted that temptation.
I would think they'd still have to go get the go ahead from Papa Disney to do that.
Well, there have been a few changes. Like, for example, in Mickey Junk, when you knock Oswald's children into the thinner, they actually die now.
Really?
Yeah. Which I was initially disappointed because I was curious. No, Mickey, please. I was curious to see how they would handle the telephone because you get the option to have Prescott go in and beat the telephone when fixing the bridge. In that case, that was censored. They don't show that or even have it off screen. It just sort of it's there, not. But all of that was made up for with just the amount of cruelty that you can impose on Oswald's children. You can also actually see the concept art by going into the in-game menu, which is huge. It's a big deal because previously, I don't know if I really talked about it before, but previously, if in the original game, when you wanted to see the concept art you unlocked, you had to quit the game, go into a separate a separate menu called Extras, load your save file from there, and then go through like 2 or 3 more menus to see, like, go through the list of concept art. And that's why I did that whole thing where I added inserts to show the concept art as we were picking it up.
Right.
Okay, looks like they added a barrier so that you can no longer do what I did in the Let's Play, which was to stand inside one gear, paint it, and then move outward. Can't do that anymore.
We've patched out your fun.
Well, they did leave this glitch in. You can continually double jump out of thinner. I think the entire community would have rioted if they had cut that. I love the dash so much. It's such a great extension to Mickey's moveset. And perhaps most importantly of all, the Spatters still have their costumes. Yeah, I would see. Eventually, I'm gonna get a third tint, and that's because the all-out attack, where you use, it doesn't, and more disappointingly, that Oswald's throne no longer has a TV where he just watches Steamboat Willie all day. I think that's Goofy's torso up there.
Ah, yes, the Goofinator makes his return.
Yeah, we've already met the Goofinator. I mean, it is entirely possible that the TV sketch... I think it might be that the TV sketch plays Steamboat Willie, just not the TVs that you find in Mickey Junk. Though we'll know for sure, because this is where you get the TV sketch a bit later into Tomorrow Square. We also saved Gremlin Calvin on this playthrough.
So are you saving most of the gremlins, or are you
As many as I remember?
Okay.
Like there was, I already got one that I actually, yeah, there he is. That's his leg. Not in a chest anymore. Ah, okay, that's peculiar, but I'm getting as many gremlins as I can remember. I already got one in Mickey Chunk that I didn't get in the Let's Play. Yeah, you see that those sparkles there? That means if you land on the platform, an extra e-ticket will pop out. It's those really small changes that actually make you want to go around and climb everything. Okay, so this is a glitch I found in the demo, and I'm glad it's still in the game, which is that you can kind of add extra to your height, more so than the melee attack would normally, by double jumping, and then ever so slightly, by like a couple of frames, delaying your melee attack.
Handy little height extension.
Yep. Yeah, like the speedrunners have already destroyed the demo. Each of the opening areas has at least one out of bounds exploit. They don't need any of the old glitches because they just found new ones.
That's usually how it goes with these games.
Yep, and I just got the achievement for freeing 12 gremlins. There's a piece of concept art. I think it... No, wait. That was the one that was on top of there. Yeah, and the keyboard and mouse controls are surprisingly responsive. Like, in particularly when compared to how it worked in Epic Mickey 2, where I mean, the WASD parts worked, but the mouse acceleration, ironically, the mouse acceleration was very, very strange. Okay, well, I made a shortcut, but it also killed me. That was great. No, just barely didn't make that. Oof. Okay, but in order to get inside, I think we have to collapse some more of the pillars. Oh, that's just an alternate option for going up here.
They give you some nice alternate paths to work with.
Yeah, those kind of alternate paths are holdovers from when the original didn't have as many movement options. No, that's where the gremlin was. Okay, there's another chest. I'll just keep moving. Yeah, you can also switch costumes at any time. And they have no effect. It's purely cosmetic.
But fun. Like, fun little bonuses.
I would like to see an Epic Mickey 2 remake. I think it's probably more deserving of a remake than the original was. Just in terms of lost potential. Okay, this is completely new. Like, the set piece, I mean.
Yeah.
It's still using aspects from the original cartoon. Like there's also Mickey's Steamroller, the one that connects Mickey Chuck Mountain. It has been completely redone, and mostly for the better. For one thing, you can actually see the outlines of Mickey's nephews now, the field mouses.
Yeah, these are all very different than what we experienced in the LP.
Yeah, it almost feels like a hard mode remix of itself. On more than one occasion, there has been a secret area hidden behind the film strips that are usually the boundaries of the 2D levels. I kept this though.
I think in the LP, I remember I mentioned that this reminds me of the old, Genesis Mickey Mouse games.
Yeah.
And they kind of brought out the Genesis hard puzzles and parts of those games,
Yeah, well, I'd say that certainly the optional areas are like that, but they're also meant for consistent back and forth navigation. There is also like a direct continuation gameplay wise of the Genesis Mickey Mouse games that came out about 10 years ago. And that's not even counting the 3DS Epic Mickey spin-off that combines like a 2D Metroidvania, the Genesis Mickey Mouse games, and like the paid and thinner usage in Epic Mickey, along with like a Kingdom Hearts summoning system. You like it does. It works like the summoning in Kingdom Hearts 2. Oh hey, hello, old friend. This is not this game. Oh yes, their animations. They finally actually turn their backs to you, so you can hit their weak points without having to like dance around them. That's so good. Maybe the Beetleworks will actually be fun to fight now.
Rebalanced combat. Okay, you like to see it.
Yeah, there's been a lot of subtle changes to the combat system. Oh, whoops! That one time I actually didn't mean to hit you.
So overall, the experience has been very satisfying so far.
Yes, it has. As a literally decades-long fan of the source material, yes, it is definitely. But I also think that those who are playing this for the first time will still enjoy it without having that paratext of the original. Now, this is where the infamous out of nowhere UFO challenge was in the original. I wonder, did they expand on this? Or did they keep it exactly as bizarre as it was? Oh, wait. No, there's something else we have to do first. If I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, but the one thing that is not the fault of Purple Lamp, I'm not expecting them to adhere to like how the PC controls were in Epic Mickey 2, is that the left and right mouse button, their functions are swapped, where compared to how the keyboard controls worked in Epic Mickey 2. But what is their fault, I will blame them for this, is that currently while you can rebind pretty much everything to any button on both keyboard, mouse, and controller, but for some reason, at least at launch day now, you cannot swap away the paint and thinner buttons. It won't accept remapping that input.
Interesting. I wonder if enough people complain they'll fix that in a patch.
Oh, I'm sure it will be. I'm sure
yeah.
it will be fixed. Yeah, so I didn't really get the chance to show it off there, but in the original game, when friendly enemies attacked other enemies on the battlefield, it would treat them as if they were being thinned, whereas they've swapped it now so that they spread their paint to them. So if you help with one enemy, then you can help them out, and they will help you to befriend the rest of their friends.
That's a quality of life change. I
Yeah,
like it.
Yeah, not just that. It's like a fundamental change in how everything worked. Oh right, I had an objective to complete. There's gremlins up there. This should be makeable with the new physics. Almost. I'll get around to that in a minute. Yep.
Close, yeah.
Yeah. There also used to be a cooldown when using melee. That's completely gone. So you can now use melee as often as you want. Yeah, send these out. That'll create a shortcut. Or will it? Oh, I may have screwed myself out of the gremlin. No, it's just going to be a bit more precise now. Yeah, the speedrunners have already confirmed that repeatedly spamming dash is slightly faster than using the sprint. But I'm just going to use the sprint anyway.
So there's no dash cooldown either.
There is, but it's like a third of a second. It's basically the edge of the animation. So hopefully I can still grab that other gremlin. And then there's... I specifically want to do the UFO challenge. Oh. It also feels like the levels are slightly larger. Could just be a trick, but I don't know. It feels that way. And the camera, the camera has been completely redone. Yeah, I have completely screwed myself out of getting this gremlin. Oh well. That's a new collectible. Or a new destructible object. So much for the UFO challenge. Now that I'm pretty sure that gremlin is the one that unlocks the UFO challenge, but... Well, it is... If memory serves, the slobber fight, the very first slobber fight is next. So, let's go do that. I'm still instinctively using the Epic Mickey 2 control scheme.
And it's working, though. I mean...
I know that there's also been some basic changes, like with the system for controller. Although I think my controller like just died earlier today. I was already
Oh,
planning. I swapped out batteries. It didn't work. I was already planning to play this with keyboard and mouse, but you know, my controller kind of forced my hand. Oh, hey, it's a slobber, basically unchanged. But what is changed is that now there were two different types of guardian attacks in the original. There was, you could use them one by one, or you could release all of them, and that has actually been changed somewhat.
Okay.
In that it is now a charge attack. You gotta stand in place. Mickey brings up all the guardians, and you can just release them. Wow, that's an instant kill. See, in the original, that would not have worked, or it would have only done like a third of that damage there. Also, I only just noticed this now, but if you look at their portraits on the left-hand side, they do a little squish every time a new text box appears.
Nice little touch. Okay, now here's the question: have you run into any text boxes where the spacing is weird and you get like one word in a text box?
I have run into 0 text boxes that work that way. They actually fixed it. They actually fixed it.
Did you look at that? A dev that does pagination properly.
Yeah. Although my new pet peeve with the subtitles has more to do with, well, I'll see this in a minute. This is a cutscene I want to see what changed. Oh, that's unfortunate. I honestly thought that they would make a separate version of that cutscene for each of the different control schemes, but that's that's a bit much.
Yeah.
Okay, what are the controls again? Is it R? Okay, it's R. Oh, okay. This actually explains a lot about certain changes to the control schemes in some areas where it has this, what's basically it's a lock-on system that's pretty generous. It didn't work as well with the paint and thinner, but it seems like it was designed for sketches. Oh. That's unfortunate. Steamboat Willie's no longer playing.
Aww.
It clearly, you know, after even with all of the imaginative changes, the sweat, blood, and tears that have been poured into this thing, all of that's rendered null and void because one texture doesn't work the same way it did in the original. You know what? The next boss coming up after this is Pete Tronic, and given that there were some actual changes to the moveset for the Clock Tower boss, I am very interested to see what they do with Pete Tronic.
I did enjoy Pete Tronic. I like anything Tron, though, so, you know.
Wait a minute. I just realized I made the exact same mistake I did for the Let's Play. There's an entire sequence of gathering up the bunny children that you have to do before you go to Tomorrow Square.
Oh, no.
It's funny that it's the exact same mistake I made in that Let's Play. Oh, well. Wait, why am I spamming dash when I could just use the sprint? I keep forgetting. Because there's not a lot of visual feedback, but I am now using the sprint. I feel like that could use a bit more visual feedback. And right now I'm using the sprint. It doesn't look that much different.
I like how the doors are a semi-solid, even though you can see through them.
Well, that fits the art style of of Pluto's dream sequence in this short. It's all very deliberate. Like you said, we made the joke earlier in the previous Let's Play about how this was almost certainly inspired by at least one LSD trip that the animators took in the 60s. There we go. Okay, now you can see. I'm using the sprint, but really it's just the dust clouds. Whoa, okay. I can make this jump. I cannot make that jump. Is there an extra... I'm determined to figure this out on my own. Okay, the grass fading away like that, that's a new visual gimmick for this area. That's really good.
That's very cool.
I think we're supposed to help the cat on the other side. No, ground pounding the bed would not give you that much height. Like, it's basically, it's actually, ground pounding is, well, maybe. Oh, no. there was a platform there. But, like, the ground pound gives, oh, really? It doesn't actually give you any height. Like, there's a new physics rule where previously you could just hold down the A button to get height on certain springs. Now you have to use the ground pound.
Interesting.
I don't think it's necessarily bad. It's just a bit counterintuitive because it doesn't work that way in any other 3D platformer I can think of.
Oh, look at you. It's the tram again.
Yeah.
It's the rocket ride.
Wait, oh. I realized I got a ping from Discord, and I'm realizing that it's... I think that was from... Yeah, that was from you.
Yeah, it's me advertising in that channel.
Oh wow, look at that. We've got a bot who has been flagged as a likely ban evader. Actually, I don't know if it may not even show up in the plugin. It may only show it to me because of the broadcaster. But it actually,
I have mod.
yeah, likely ban evader, comma, restricted. Was that prospective ration?
Yep.
Oh, neat. Enemies actually drop sketches more frequently. Maybe that would actually encourage people to use the sketches. Whereas in Epic Mickey 2, they were infinite and worked on a cooldown timer. Also, I think you didn't have to get most of the sketches. I think you only had to use the fairy sketch to beat the game. Which also happened to be the one new sketch. Oh, oops. I pressed R. Oh! They got rid of... Oh, wow. There is now no cooldown timer at all for sketches. Whereas it was like a 90-second...
Oh.
It was a... Like, in the original, it was like a 90-second timer. And in Epic Mickey 2, it was like 10 or 15 seconds. But now it's basically instant. So I can just throw down a TV whenever. Also, I forget if I showed this off. But... oh, okay. See, in the original, that would actually remove all of their paint armor. But it just stuns them for a bit. Presumably because sketches are so much more prominent. Yeah, that's just like a stun. Okay, another interesting... what? Okay. That feels like a glitch that would belong better in in the original. Where it was just, I don't know what caused it, but that Beetleworks just would not react properly. Oh man, with the new controls, the PC controls, those sketches feel so good to place now. Look there, instant.
Yeah.
Like even Epic Mickey 2 didn't feel that good. Oh, it happened again. Okay, so that's something strange. Maybe, I don't know. There is some kind of mechanical change that is causing this jank.
Like the hitbox is all wrong. Yeah.
I think it might have to do with like their state, because when they're stunned, because I was removing their armor at the same time as they were being stunned by the TV, and I think that may have factored into it. Like it overrode its vulnerability or something. Nope, it still worked there. Okay, I don't know what's causing that. Alright, I completely forgot I had Guardians. Oh, right. There's a Beetleworks generator right there.
Oh.
That's what's causing it. Okay. Somehow, because the Beetleworks generator looks so different than it does in either 1 or 2, and I think it actually does spawn infinitely because there's no eye, which is usually the weak point. Well, sketches finally got the buff they deserve.
Mm-hmm. All these wonderful little quality of life changes.
Also, because of how large my hands are relative to the keyboard, like I'm gonna keep hitting sketches by accident.
With no opportunity to cancel them.
Yeah. Actually, I think you can. There's gotta be some. Oh, okay. So you can cancel it by using the paintbrush. I think there's a dedicated cancel button as well, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, in this area, camera's been completely redone. Normally, when you go around this section here, it would pull into a fixed position. Yeah, and this is where their TV is, I think. Or no, wait, it's something. It's also related to not the people mover, but to the actual the spaceship ride. Now, I remember I tried thinking about making this jump before. Actually, now we have the TV. We can use that as a platform. Oh! Very close. Well, we can use the people mover, or the rocket ride.
Whee!
I'm not sure what else I'm missing here. Well, I'm just too excited to get to Tomorrow Square and Peatronic. No. There is no physical collector's edition for the PC release. Oh. Okay, this is a new room. I mean, it's small. It just has the concept art in it, but I do wish one thing I would like to see in a future update is a hotkey to immediately go to the next piece of concept art you just collected.
Just jump straight to it and look
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah, Jenny Brozek did like about 90. It feels like she did like 90% of the artwork. Apparently, she also worked on Crash Bandicoot 4. Which, while I do have a love-hate relationship with that game, its art style is impeccable.
I did think that this felt a little Crash Bandicoot-y. Specifically what I've seen of 4, so I mean, that tracks. It's very good looking.
I think it may be because, well, I mean, Crash Bandicoot 4 I think ran on Unreal Engine 4, but they both ran on, like, you know, later versions of the Unreal Engine. Now, this actually was here. This is just a reimagining of the older version. This is new though. Yep, that's new. I've also seen at least one or two gold e-tickets in 2D levels, which that wouldn't be a thing until Epic Mickey 2. Yeah, see here's an example. You cannot gain the height. You need, even though I'm holding down space. But you use the ground pound and that gives you the height. Whoops.
Chicken Nuggets, that collector's edition is beautiful. I'm disappointed it was limited to 5,000.
Yeah, the other thing I really want to get is that around the time of the original's release, there was a Wii Remote Nunchuck compilation, a physical Wii Remote Nunchuck that were meant to look like Mickey's paintbrush. Oh, wow. Okay, that is a much more expansive version of that particular set piece of the original. Alright, I'm willing to bet there's a secret area at the bottom right there. Nope. Okay, there's just an invisible wall. It looked like exactly the sort of place that, like exactly the sort of place where some of the new areas are hidden in the 2D levels now.
Kind of neat that they've revamped them to have those little hidden areas.
Yeah, like it's almost. I mean, I wouldn't go as far as to compare it to Black Mesa because there have been no completely new areas. But there have been a lot of expansions and like new pieces, but nothing entirely new yet.
I mean, the real test will be when Mickey makes it to Zen.
Oh, you mean inside the Shadow Blot?
Right. Yeah, that. I guess that kind of is the Zen.
Yes, absolutely. The Zen, body of the many, however you want to put it.
Okay, so I just found the nunchuck paintbrush on eBay.
I'm willing to. It's got to be like at least $300.
Well, yes, if you get one in the box. If you get one in the box, it's $120.
That is ridiculously high, but not as high as I thought.
So here's a pack that's the paintbrush, Oswald's clicker.
Oh, if it's Oswald's clicker, that's Epic Mickey 2.
Yeah, so here's Power of Two, the paintbrush, the clicker, and the game for $130, right?
All right.
Here is pre-owned rare Nintendo Wii Disney Epic Mickey remote control. This is the actual Wiimote for $40.
Okay.
And here is, depending on how much you want to pay, you're looking at anywhere between $20 and $40 for the paintbrush.
That's quite the range.
Yeah. But of course, being eBay, here's the paintbrush in box for $75. Here's a Wiimote, Epic Mickey Wiimote controller charger sold as is, new. That's a weird way of saying that, for almost $300.
Wow.
And it's just like an ink blot stand for your Wiimote, right?
Mm-hmm.
Epic Mickey 2 and the nunchuck for $250. So the game and the nunchuck, like, as is eBay, the prices are all over the place.
Right.
But you can absolutely find the paintbrush for less than I would have expected you would be able to.
Well, I'm glad I don't collect physical games anymore.
Yeah, I mean, every so often I find something cool at the local pawn shop and I pick it up, and then it's just, on a shelf to be viewed.
Mm-hmm. Didn't one of these used to have concept art? Like, specifically concept art of Peatronic.
I thought so, yeah. Oh, ooh, physics. Hello.
Almost. Yeah, despite how I'm making it look, the camera is considerably better. And entirely redone.
It does what you want it to now, mostly.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were all in the original. Like, they were. Oh, that's where it is. Like, there were specific sections in the game where the camera would go into. Hey, that shortcut actually works now. Where the camera would go into certain fixed positions, and when you did that, the camera control scheme actually changes completely, where it works more like the contextual camera in old Assassin's Creed games.
Gotcha.
Shut down the generator, please. Thank you. That's mostly for the top floor. It's so weird to see this running at like more than 10 frames a second.
Holds a pretty consistent 60 now.
Yeah. Well, it's because this is one of the biggest maps in the game, and it's clear that the Wii could not handle it. I misremembering something regarding those platforms? Anyway.
Still blows my mind that Warren Spector was the designer on this.
Okay, well, looks like I got so stuck there that I was ejected out to the last safe space that I touched.
Oh.
Alright, this is the entrance. And that's the dog tag for that we need for one of Horace's cases. Oh, it actually physically moves now. Before it just teleported you upstairs. Well, even if it's only certain areas, that already means that the frame rate on Switch is way better than it was on Wii.
That is kind of the nature of the Switch, though. Like, it will sacrifice frames up to a certain point to keep the game running.
Oh, I cannot believe I actually made that.
Just sneak on in there.
Yeah, I noticed a little bit of slowdown there, but I think that may just because this is 1080p max settings and I'm recording at the same time. I basically, there's one setting I turned off, but that's because, I'll show it here. It looks like it's like whatever the equivalent of deep learning is, but for Intel cards, the XS. Everything else is at Ultra. I've never heard of this. I've seen some for I've seen like the DLSS for Nvidia. I've seen the what's the name of the other big company, but I haven't seen an Intel XS.
If I'd have to look it up to be sure, but if you're running fine, you shouldn't need it. Yeah, it's Intel Arc's Xe Super Sampling, so it's only relevant to an Intel Arc card, which means that this game should run okay on a toaster. And you are far from having a toaster. You have a pretty decently beefy rig.
Yeah, I have distinct memories of like maybe my first or second year at university. I was able to run season 1 of The Walking Dead without of Telltale's Walking Dead on a laptop that had no graphics card at all. Like, it didn't even have like one of those dedicated chipsets ones. It had no graphics card. And this was in like 2011-ish.
Yeah. Telltale was pretty good at optimizing their stuff, though, too.
I think there's another one of Goofy's parts around here. Oh, no, wait. I know where it was. It was back in Tomorrow Square. But the thing is that you can still buy any parts that you miss for a ridiculous amount of money. Although, it may be less ridiculous if they kept the price the same. Because you can find a lot more money lying around in this game compared to the original. This is a tanker. I'm shocked seeing this running at a stable frame rate, because having at least having even one tanker on screen would absolutely destroy the frame rate. Yeah, I've noticed some mild hitching. Like the first time we saw Spladoosh on screen in like earlier this afternoon, it hitched, but whatever. That seems more like, you know, day one, launch day of an Unreal 5 kind of issues. Yeah, these cutscenes are identical to the Wii version. They're just upscaled to 4K.
And that's fine, because these were fun and beautiful, and,
yeah,
you know, they had character.
Okay. I'm excited to see what is new and or polished and or different about Peatronic. Did I ever tell the story about how bad the lag can get in Peatronic's fight in the original, particularly with his boomerang attack?
I think you mentioned it can get bad, but I don't think you said how bad.
So in multiple times while fighting Peatronic on the original, if you're very unlucky and his boomerang manages to hit every part of his shield, because the boomerang disc speeds up every time it hits the shield. It could get to the point where on the last hit, the lag is so bad that it won't actually register you shaking the Wii remote, and thus makes it impossible to actually hit him with it. That has happened. The fact that it's happened more than once in my old speedrun attempts is that's saying a lot. Oh, okay, there's just a visible wall here. I'm just getting the game has trained me now to always check behind me, because that's where they put a lot of the new content. Oh! Right, I forgot they do this.
Oh! The bridge starts to disappear.
Yeah, I forgot. I thought it was a scripted part. I didn't realize they did that immediately. So we are going to redeem Peatronic instead. Because we already betrayed. Oh, it's using the other aiming scheme. So right, paint. Other mouse button. Yeah. Oh, nope. Paint. I keep forgetting which button it is. Damn you, Epic Mickey 2. Yeah, Peatronic looks incredible.
Oh, yeah.
Though so far, I want to say only so far, the boss fight is identical. Oh wow, that is really latent. Or really, that's really generous, the timing.
Mm-hmm.
So far, the only change I can see here is that the thinner actually leaves behind a puddle on whatever platform you're standing on. So you can't just sit there. Plus, this is using the alternate lock-on heavy control scheme that we saw briefly in a couple of other areas. I want to see, okay, he's not distracted by the TV, sadly. I mean, he wasn't in the original either, but... It almost hit every single part of the shield there. Came close.
Oh, I see what you mean by it speeds up, yeah.
Yeah. That works on Zelda rules. Now, the other question now, he has a final attack in slow motion, which looks like they cut it entirely. I don't blame them, because that thing was really buggy.
Even his chin waggle looks better in this version.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got the spin to win achievement for painting or thinning Peatronic. All right, I actually need to remember to do. Actually, it's possible they've changed it so that you could do all the bunny children with like belatedly, because it didn't make much sense then to lock you out of that quest, especially if you'd never interacted with Pete before. Well, Gremlin Marcus can take care of himself. I'm going over to the fire station.
I want to see how you'll handle this situation.
Oh, I think that's a new line of dialogue. There is a lock on, much like the original game, but that's excuse me. It's really only something you need with controllers, and plus the way that lock on works, unlike in the original where it just centers the camera somewhere and you can aim around, here it locks in your aim.
Oh, so you can move independently of the lock-on?
In the Wii version you could, but not in the remake.
Oh.
Huh?
Hmm? I'm sorry? Hold on, I gotta check my quests. There's a tab for failed quests. And okay, so it looks like I don't know. Maybe they've locked away the Buddy Children quest for later in the story. I thought the... Oh, no, wait, because there's another... Oh, no, that's why. I missed a spatter.
Oh.
Okay.
Run!
But that was strange. I'm not sure what happened there, but... Okay, so it works like the original, where you have to do it the first opportunity you can, or you'll miss out on one. So this jail cell number 1 will always be empty.
Aw. Can't get all of Oswald's kids. That's too bad.
Well, we already murdered some of them.
Jail cell 1 will always be empty.
Jail cell 1 is for the Buddy Children that are no longer with us.
Jail cell 1 in memoriam. Oh, they're different colors now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I think it's just a cosmetic thing. I don't think it actually... I don't think there's like different types. I just think some are blue and some are purple. It's also no longer loading like a dedicated version of the map for each quest.
Well, that's convenient. Definitely cuts down load times.
There is some... Oh, that's tears. They're actually crying. I thought it was like a glitch with their character model, but no. They're actually sobbing in the jail cell.
Oh, that's perfect.
Okay, let's go in with Horace, because we got that dog color already for him, and some other quests we have done. For whenever I finish this playthrough, I'm gonna be doing the side quest chains that were mutually exclusive that weren't in the Let's Play that I did. So, we're gonna be... So the pirates are gonna stay in Tortuga, and the ghosts are gonna stay in Bug Easy.
Oh, hello, Horace.
Now I have a lead into the quest I never properly introduced. I like now that not only is every interior unique, but it's also actually 3D modeled. Instead of in the original where they were basically like the video game equivalent of matte paintings.
They did look cool in the original, but like they didn't really pop like these do.
Yeah. Okay, let's check in with the stores. Yeah. See, now we could buy the other pieces of Goofy, but they're much more. They're still 1,000 each. Well, I'll have to grind for the other one.
Now, the question I have is, can you only buy them if you miss them?
Yes.
Okay,
Otherwise, you pick them up for free.
that's fair.
Okay, nothing I can afford in here. Now I'm remembering, because there was a separate ice cream, which was for a quest line that you had to do the first time you go through Oztown with Clarabelle. This section of Mean Street, at this one building, is particularly infamous for some camera mess-ups.
Oh yeah, that angle's not spectacular.
Yeah, the Mad Doctor, same thing. Oh, neat. I do kind of wish that there was at least a counter to show, you know, how many you need for the next reward. Yeah, I think I got you covered on the power sparks, Marcus. I just got an achievement for called "Oh, the Cleverness of Me" for repairing the Ventureland projector.
Ooh. Were there achievements in the original?
No, it was a Wii title. It didn't support
Yeah.
achievements unless they were in game. The Abibiki 2 had achievements, even in like the Wii and Wii U versions. It had in-game challenges, which would then reflect for achievements, and I think for trophies as well in the PS3 version. Always check to the left.
Yeah.
It's got me trained now. I can't stop it. They brought back the sliding things from Alpine Climbers. Okay. So that's not just a one-off gimmick. This is a recurring gimmick. Okay, this is new. Basically, I'm looking for anything that I don't immediately recognize from the original, and that's probably where the secrets are going to be. You can't really ground pound down there, or you sort of can. Into another new area. Okay, I see how this level design is working now. Yeah, that animation is completely new.
That's kind of cool.
And I'm pretty proud that so far I've been able to find almost all of the new film reel locations and most of the concept art by myself. I am very proud of my prowess for this game for literal children.
I mean, it's a game that kids could play thematically, but I don't know if I'd call this just a game for children.
Well, yeah, that is true to some extent. It is certainly like this is the immersive sim format, but in a child-friendly environment.
Right.
Hi, Daisy. Now, in the original, this was actually probably one of the best spots to grind for money. But that's because this is where they start introducing the green e-tickets that were worth 30 but are now worth 10. So are we going to start seeing new types of e-tickets? Like, this was like the hard trigger point for when that other type of money would show up. Now, that is a green, but it's the new green that's worth 10. Yeah, we'll get to Smee in a minute. Wait, what happened to the tiki mask here? Or maybe it doesn't show up until like a certain story flag. Like you have to talk to him first, and then it'll appear. Actually, we should go talk to Smee. He, of course, has a watching TV animation just like everyone else. Or maybe not. You could also stack multiple TVs, which is something... Oh, okay. Well, it looks like you can't have more than one TV active at once. But you can instantly place them. And for those who may not have played the game before, the reason why Smee, a minor but still popular character, is in a world for forgotten Disney characters is because this is an early concept art version of Smee where he had a different shirt.
I love the trivia of this. Also, Smee looks really good in this remake.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the model work is really great.
Now, I wonder if there's I think it's if you jump on Smee. Gus said something. Maybe it's... Oh, no. Maybe it's if you thin him out. No? Okay, maybe that's not in the game anymore. That's fine. It was just a minor detail. Gus said something equivalent of, don't do that to other people. Do you want someone to do that to you or something like that? All right. While we're on the subject of how many e-tickets do I have? Yeah, I got enough. While we're on the subject of things that weren't in the Let's Play that I could show off now, alternate solutions. So we're gonna buy the compass off of Scurvy Pat this time.
And it actually is Jack Sparrow's compass.
Yeah. Alright, and here's the punchline. Wow, what a ripoff. Never try to bargain with a pirate, otherwise he'll overcharge you by 1 e-ticket. Why is... Maybe I have to talk... Okay, maybe I have to talk to Sam first. I'm trying to remember where... It has been quite a while. I have not touched the original game since I did the LP. And knowing this game's habit of changing things around... Actually, that was in the same spot. Yeah, you know what? Never mind, I was overthinking it. They all seem to be in the same spot.
So they haven't really moved anything around necessarily.
They've moved something. Some of the collectibles are in completely different spots now. They've mainly been moved just to make to take advantage of some of the larger level design or some new mechanics. But yeah, there are some small changes. Like this concept art wasn't here. I'm pretty sure. I wonder, is there any dialogue for grabbing the teddy bear after we sell the compass? Oh, the teddy bear's just gone. Never mind. Now, speaking of changes, like if you remember, A, this used to move, and B, there used to be a green e-ticket in the middle. Both of those have changed. Now it's concept art. Alright, so we've got, next up, we gotta deal with, Damien Salt, that's his name.
Hello.
Yeah, he is still guarding the chest. Even if you try to thin him out. Well, actually, no, the mechanic, it doesn't even work now. I forgot, because NPCs eventually come back to life. But you still can't get to the chest behind them.
Oh, that's such a good animation, too.
We have to solve his girlfriend problems.
Aww.
Oh man, whoever that poor bastard. Oof. So yeah, we're gonna go with the ice cream. This is one of the few. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. That is some important relationship advice. But yeah, this is one of the few side quests in the game that actually has an alternate cutscene, like a Mary Blair storyboard cutscene for failing it. Yes. Here we go. The failure cutscene. Oh, right. I forgot. I forgot he shakes you down for money. I completely forgot about that. Look at this guy. Might as well take this opportunity to introduce the photo mode.
Ooh.
So there was a literal camera in Epic Mickey 2, but this is just a more traditional video game photo mode. Got some filters. I don't like most of these, except for that one. That's a really good one. There
He
we
has
go.
one screwy eye.
Yep. It could just be an unfortunate bit of animation, but nope. Yeah, he does. He does have a wonky eye. So we've already been this through before. Most adult mammals are lactose intolerant. Oh, right. There's this guy.
I can't drink milk and I'm a cow.
Yeah, he's much better at levitating than he was in the original. Alright, so we have all of the things that we need to get to Tortuga, but I feel like I might cut this short here, just because I want to do some side questing, etc. But first of all, we'll talk with Daisy for a bit.
Hello, head in a jar. Well, good for you, One-Eyed Ian. We've already dealt with everyone there.
So let's just do some side questing. This time I am gonna skip the cutscene, or skip the film strip. It's a pittance, really, just 10 e-tickets.
Interesting that he charges you for it.
Well, there's got to be some trade-off. Can't do that
That's
kind of
true.
stuff for free. So, what was... Yeah, there was... What are the quests that we had in here? Yeah, find the missing pirate. But that's actually something we can't do until we get to Tortuga. Oh, Larley, okay. Goofy's parts. And yes, now that we actually, yeah, now that we have enough here, we'll just thin out the rest of the Gag Factory. No, not paint, thinner. Nope. Just refusing. Utterly refusing to jump on that lantern. Or lamp. I forget whether we actually did this quest in the LP, but it can be very picky. Abner can be very picky about wanting the entire Gag Factory thinned out. There's even a little bit left. He'll refuse to do anything. Oh hey, the power spark inside is still there. Okay, Abner. That should be enough. Okay, and can we go inside? No, because the inside of the Gag Factory. I mean, you can go inside an Epic Mickey too, because that's where Prescott is. Oh, right. I think maybe Oswald gives you the key at some point. I don't remember exactly. But anyway, we came here to do the Detective Mickey quest. Someone stole a flower from Clarabelle's garden. There it is. Oh wait, no, we have to make a bouquet. No, wait a minute. I'm mixing up my quests here. That is a quest item for actually doing the Damien Salt thing properly.
Oh.
There's a different one. That there are some footsteps. Let me double check the quest log. Yeah, from Clarabelle's window. Oh, they're much clearer now. They're way clearer. You remember that there was, like, at one point I had so much trouble actually hitting these footprints. They like fast forwarded for 5 minutes. Plus, I like that it's clearer that you have to hit them all. There's now an actual counter. What are you doing, Ezra? And of course, they kept the bunny hopping. I'm so happy. Okay, let's turn this into Horus, and then I think I'll call it for the night. I've streamed for several hours today, way more than I've done in the past.
You've been grinding this one pretty hard today, yeah.
Haven't really had a look at the brothers statue yet. I like how it's actually there's vines and stuff growing around it. Look at that bastard.
Right? It's so foreboding. Oh, Oswald, you lovable scamp.
Wait. Oh, right. There's the one about the case we had to do earlier. We missed our chance for that, which is the library thief. Anyway, yeah, I think I'm gonna call that for tonight. I am, to say the least, very, very impressed by the work
Beautiful
done on
game.
this remake. It is, not only does it look great, but it fixes almost every problem I have with the original. And really just it's such a fantastic job. I'm definitely going to stream this again at some point. Anyway, take care everyone. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you later.